Jason, you sent us an exclusive video from the border, and can you explain what's going on here in this?
Yeah, sure. What you're seeing is video coming from the Texas Department of Public Safety aircraft. And you're looking at an image through forward-looking infrared. So it's really what it's doing is it's picking up heat. And it allows you to look through the brush to see what these law enforcement officers are going through. And I got to tell you guys, they've had 1,000 pursuits from Operation Lone Star from March to November. Think of that. We talk about crime and how it's impacting the state of Texas, and then from there, how it impacts the rest of the country. But they're dealing with it every day down there. So, whether it's pursuits they're dealing with or whether it's individuals they're having to take into custody because they're dealing with runners and smuggling organizations like the cartels and different alien smuggling groups, we're seeing things we've never seen before. And so what my real goal is try to illuminate that so that we can eliminate these problems.
Well, obviously, we need a wall. We need a bigger wall. We need more wall. And the Department of Homeland Security is going to be used funding to complete that wall. Some of the unfinished gaps in that wall were started to be funded by President Trump. How important is filling in those gaps and getting that wall completed?
Yeah. So the border wall, what it does is it funnels people to where you want them, right? Where the wall is operational, it works. We know it works. It's not a perception. It's not a feeling. You can see it in the data where the wall is around. So I can tell you that for the cartels, from their perspective, and from the alien smuggling groups down there, they don't like the wall. They don't want it there. And if you look at where the battles between the cartels are occurring, it's happening where that wall is not. It's not in place. So Starr County is a great example of that. That's why you guys see me go down there all the time to Roma and watch the gun battles in Miguel Alemán and try to illuminate that, because wherever that wall is not, that's where the cartels are operating.
And speaking of the cartels, the amount of illegal drug coming across the border, now that's skyrocketing. We keep seeing record number month after month, fentanyl overdoses, causing death for Americans aged 18 to 45. When will the administration make this a top security priority?
I can't understand why it's taken so long, to be quite honest with you. The data shows, right? We've lost 100,000 Americans to overdoses in a 12-month period. We've never been here as a nation. That's not a perception. It's not a feeling. The data shows that. And if you go back to the 80s when we had the crack epidemic in this country, we were averaging about 10,000 overdose deaths per year. We've never been here before. So we've got to change U.S. policy. And one of the things that we do is the government really focuses on the problems, right? They focus on the human trafficking, human smuggling, and all of these things. But what is the link, the commonality to that? It is the Mexican cartels. Until we designate them as foreign terrorist organizations, we're going to continue to attack the symptoms and not the problem.
Jason, I was astounded to hear these numbers that more than 173,000 illegal immigrants were apprehended at the southern border in just November. It's a 140% increase, as you know, from November of last year. What do you think has to be done to really start curbing these surging numbers at our border?
And by the way, we've never seen those numbers in
It's
November.
incredible.
We've never seen that before. Usually during the winter months, right, the numbers of migrants trying to cross during the wintertime goes down. Never seen it going up like this before. And the data is concurrent with that from CBP. So what needs to be done? We have to change perception. The world knows that if you come, you will make it into this country. That's why in fiscal year 21, we apprehended people from over 150 countries. That's another record we've never seen before. So you have to change perception. And how do you do that? You just enforce the law.
And speaking of laws and things are changing, when it comes to federal vaccine mandate, how is that impacting the border security?
The agents, I've got a lot of them that are close friends of mine I've worked with for many, many years. Their families are impacted by this. We were on the cusp of losing 3,000 to 5,000 Border Patrol agents in the middle of the worst border crisis in American history. So, they're concerned. Now, that has just been pushed down the road a couple months. Starting January 22nd, just so everyone knows, the letters are going out for those who have not been vaccinated. So the disciplinary action is going to start, but in November they just pushed it down the road to get it through the new year. So there's a lot of guys that are still concerned.
So come the end of January, we could be seeing a different situation.
We will be, absolutely.